Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Tampa. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start to drive with White. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Trubisky. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 1st down, Trubisky. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Trubisky will throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They go play action with Trubisky. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Will Dissly, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Lawrence. And this complete right side to the tight end Farrell. So the completion good for 7 there. And all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On third down, Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Trubisky. High throw, but the catch is made. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Trubisky. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
From the 31, Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nothing our score after 1.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Lawrence. They'll get this off to ETN.
So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And able to find Kirk complete.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to. While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there in protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. This is White on the screen. Touchdown! Rashad White, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now Lawrence.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And the tight end goes in motion left.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 60 yards.
And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Already already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we have come to halftime, and what's...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jacksonville headed back out. We'll get to see Evan Ingram once again.
You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. In motion comes the tight end left. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the
shotgun. It's Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. ETN up the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to ETN. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
First down, here's White. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. He completes it to Evans. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Trubisky's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Trubisky. A slant to Jones. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out come the Jags. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now Lawrence on 1st down. This one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. 20.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes? Oh, yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Completes it to Evan Ingram.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Trevor Lawrence
keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Trubisky. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle to Evans.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
There's Evans again, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And
he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
The Jaguars getting set to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Jaguars on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here's Lawrence. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap and again to Etienne.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Lawrence will throw.
They'll roll him out right. And Ingram hauls it in.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Lawrence.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Give them 32 on the play. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Lawrence rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley from 8 yards out.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this